Hey everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just a bit of a farm and life vlog update. We've been real busy. We have been trying to start into the farming and it has been a wet spring. We are going into the second week of June right now, so I'm going to squeeze this in here between some of the other videos that we've already got posted and lined up for you. I have been super busy keeping up on everything, and it's just kind of a getting by situation. So let's talk about how we're doing everything. So I do the farm chores every day. Husband helps with some farm chores before he goes to work. And then I run off as soon as the kids are fed and dressed for the day, which they're late guys. They stay up late every night, and it's just kind of how we've been managing things. So hopefully if we leave in the morning, it's 11 or 12. It works really well if I feed them lunch here. Otherwise, I have to get supplies on the way to the workhouse, which usually means a stop at a home improvement store, and then get there and feed them lunch. And I tell you, like I said in the video about the carpeting, everything is red. Everything is orange, and they make a mess. It's better for me to have them make a mess in the car or eat lunch here at home before we go and work there for 4 or 5 or 6 hours instead of getting there making lunch for a half an hour and then cleaning up after them for another half hour. So right now I am filling the fuel tank on the Suburban. I have got had to remember to get some gas for Trey. He mows that lawn. It's a city lawn, so it's a little different than out here at the farm. Yeah, it's kind of like about every 5 to 6 day job, and as soon as you mow, the neighbors get out their mower and mow. And we're doing it with a push mower. If you mow it too low, it stalls out. Because it's been a super wet season, you get it mowed, and then the neighbors get theirs out, and I'm not scalping it down to nothing like they are, so then it makes ours look tall again. So I know he has to mow today. He mowed 3 days ago. As soon as we were done mowing, the neighbors got out their mowers and make ours look bad because I'm not mowing it down to nothing. It's a struggle, I tell ya. It's so different being in the city than being out in the country. I could never move back to the city again. I know it now. I would have to be out of the city limits for a little bit of space, a little bit of privacy, and just a do your own thing kind of life. I like it. There's a motto with Tractor Supply, life out here. Life out here is different than in the city for sure. It's just so funny coming from being a city girl to being a country girl, how much I've changed, that I don't need that daily contact with everyone. It's kind of funny. I go out and I realize the traffic is too much for me, or the amount of people in a store is too much, or that my kids are too loud because they're excited about stuff. We had a stop at the way home in Target, and all 4 of them were talking at the same time, and baby George is chattering away, and I'm trying to talk to them. So it was just, get me out of here, you know. I just couldn't wait to get home, and I was glad that yesterday was a rainy day. I think my fuel tank's about running out here. It's running very slowly. I have to listen for it because it's not like at a fuel station that just clicks and turns off. You end up overflowing and spilling on the ground. It's running slower. So yesterday I got about 5 miles from home, and a neighbor in the community was having a yard sale, and he's a builder, so I wanted to stop to see what he might be selling, and I'm glad I did because he had a lot of things that I could use for the project I'm working on right now. And I said, well, let me go out to the car and see what I got for money. He had a utility pump that hooks up to a battery, and he wanted like $7.50 for it. It's about $30 or so. I could use that for my maple syruping, making a little transfer pump from like a little container, like a half drum, up into the big drum for the kids for dumping buckets. It wouldn't matter that it's, you know, slow capacity. It was like 5/8 inch or something. Then we don't have to step up on the trailer. You know, as I'm getting older, you know, all that extra wear and tear on your body, the kids still aren't strong enough to lift a full bucket. Oh, I have so much driving to do. I can't believe I'm running out of fuel. I'll have to put a note into my fuel man to bring me some fuel home. That's hilarious. We're the fuel company. And we're running out of gas. I got a great big tanker sitting right here. Probably empty. Oh, 3/4 of a tank. I have to go a long ways today. I found a dishwasher for sale for the workhouse, and it's $30. I'm selling the house, so it's never had a dishwasher. So having a dishwasher is going to make a difference. But the kitchen job is coming along. I'm going to be probably tearing out the floor tiles today and kind of moving along on that. So to get things going, I have been setting up the crock pot every day or putting aside easy dinners. So like last night we had spaghetti. Tonight we're going to have homemade hamburgers and coleslaw. So I made up the coleslaw. I'm going to make the burger into patties so that I can either fire up the grill or do them in the oven. Now, if you just saw our Father's Day video, I love cooking on the grill, but 20 or 30 minutes warming it up and we're getting home late, it's hard to squeeze that in and do it. I'm empty. I'm not going to get any more fuel. I'm going to be on E when I come home tonight, so he better be bringing home some fuel for me. I have to send him a note. We were just talking how people sit here with his customers and they are low on fuel, and then they call him, you know, the farmers, they need fuel right now, they're out. But guys are standing there all week long emptying out, and nobody can make a note to tell the boss or the person in the office to go ahead and order some fuel. They find out like I just did. This one, I have an excuse. It doesn't have a gauge up on top. You find out by sticking it, and not all places will do that. Picked up a box at the Home Depot yesterday. Somebody wants to buy a bunch of old maple syrup buckets for a flower business, and they want me to ship them to Ohio. And you know, you cannot find a good box for shipping anywhere. I had a lot of fun shopping at Home Depot yesterday. I haven't been there very often in the last few years, and I needed some lighting, so that was interesting. A lot of different choices than they have. Here's the cows mooing. Gotta find out where my lawn cart. Gotta find out where my hay cart is. I don't like to leave it out in the sun because it is wear and tear on the tires really bad. So I park it in here in the shade. My little tractor, Warren. This is the tractor with the bad starter. It's got something, I forget what it's called. We've been trying to find parts for that. I kind of laid off on looking for it since we were unloading that steel building early this spring, late winter. So for months, it's been taken apart with no starter. Okay to belt start it or pull start it, but pain in the butt. So I ran out of hay in the barn yesterday. Got 2 semi-trailers full of hay, so I'm not out like last year. That was terrible. I have less cows this year. But the poor cows, it's been so wet. Their pasture is just mud. I left yesterday. Well, let me tell you about yesterday. So I stopped at that yard sale, realized I forgot my purse. Came back home to get my purse, left the hose on. The hose had been running for about an hour. And it's been raining for days anyway. So their little water pen, I need to trench it. It's super bad. But you can't even get in there to start a trench. And of course, if I overflow the girls' pen, it runs downhill to here too. So I sent husband out to fill up the Dodge full of hay for me today. So he got me hay for today and tomorrow. I don't want to let it sit here for too long. And with that tractor parked in the barn, I can't pull the Dodge in for storage. And the tarps never, ever stay on. They just blow off. Oh, I need about 9 bales for today. And because I'm leaving usually before lunch, I have to feed them breakfast early or give them breakfast and lunch at the same time and hope that they're not going to lay there on it and poop on it. Because they do. They're stupid. The boy cows more than the girls. I wonder why that is. Oh. So, no mowing going on. The belt came for the finish mower. We got it on. Ugh. Tractor trouble makes it so that we have to both be here so that he can pull start it. Well, I pull start it. And He runs the tractor. The good thing about the rain is we've been able to do a lot of looking into the tractors and things that are wrong with them. We just replaced a clutch system on, I think, the 720 or the 730. So that's all nice and running now because it was real jumpy before. So it's getting really hard to pull this dolly cart around here with the grass being so tall. Trey was kind of keeping up on it with his push mower, and yesterday I was out here. It had rained in the morning, real early. Even with my tall boots on, my pants were wet way above my knee because the grass is so high. I mean, it's tall. It's like up to my ribs. So we had to take his mower over to the other house. It's 45 minutes away, and bringing it back and forth is a pain in the butt because he wants to mow right up until we leave, and then the muffler's hot, so I can't get it loaded up. So I just decided to leave it there. See, Chocolate behind me, he likes to rub all in it and give himself a nice rub down. I had a dog that used to like to do that too. Give himself a good itch and massage all over. So I got them 3 bales to get them started for the day. Then they can get an evening feeding at dinner time, and then get them fed one more time before dark. Kind of works out. I'll throw the pigs some corn. It's been so wet, I'm going to take them up a bale of hay. We've been out of straw, and why not use the hay? It's free. In a normal season, I'd rather give the neighbor $2 for his straw and sell my hay for, $8 or $10 a bale. But it's been so wet that they kind of need a little bit of bedding to be in. They need a little bit of bedding to be in to kind of dry out a bit. There's something like 30 bales per row and like 7, well, there must be about 22 rows in each trailer, so figure the math out on that. I don't know. Definitely have plenty of hay to keep them dry and keep them happy. Somebody keeps putting off coming to get the pigs. They're supposed to be gone now like a month, and of course it's another farmer. Everyone's kind of in the same situation. He's busy working, so he wants somebody else to haul them, and he's too far for me getting into a populated area. I don't like pulling that trailer through any cities, for sure. So they emailed me yesterday wanting to know if they could get them today. I've already got plans for today, days ago. It doesn't work out. These pigs are just gonna, I'd like to just load them up and take them to the butcher and just be done with it, because this workhouse is taking up all my time. With farming, you can't just kind of give it your minimum, you got to give it your all. I know a lot of farmers have, kids that kind of help out. Our kids are still small, so, it's not that we're a first generation farm, but we started this farm on our own, and we started it from scratch. There was no pens. There was just this decrepit old barn. We have barn repairs to do, and still crops to plant, spilling corn on the ground. Wild animals love it. The wet piggies, everything is wet, so it's pretty muddy. I keep having to kind of put some hay down for them to have a dry spot to put their food, because their trough that I built them doesn't have any drainage holes and it's filling full of water. I give them table scraps sometimes, and sometimes they're liquid, so I sealed the seam, which looking back now might not have been a great idea, because normally I give them water here, give them food here, and that is standing mud. Terrible. And you see this area? It's all mud, because they go digging around in here with their snouts and they tear it all up. And the same thing's going on there with those guys. So I just divide up a bale of hay between the two of them, get them some fresh water, and try to feed them their corn on top of the hay so that they're, you know, using it for bedding and for a place to eat. But those guys are huge. They've tore up my gate right here. The girls are trying to get to the boar, or vice versa. I don't know which way it is, but I think it's the girls trying to get to the boys. They want to be bred. They are 3 years old now, and they're like, hey, what's our purpose in life? Oh, my girl brought me a snack. Thank you so much. Goldfish is for Mama.
I brought some out in a bowl just in case anyone gets hungry while out here.
Okay, let's go get that hose turned off. Gotta not overflow the cows today. It's already too wet. See, I drove through here the other day trying to knock the grass down because it's so tall.
Yeah. Mommy, I want to tell you something.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty.
The grass has gotten so tall, the dandelions quit. They stopped. The kids are trying to slip and slide. We got like 2 pass mode here with the finish mower before the belt broke, but everything is just so tall. It's so grown up. It doesn't even look like anybody lives here. It's terrible. I'm not a fan of it. So the animals are all fed. I've done my chores. I actually have a 15-pound bag of rhubarb I have to deliver to somebody on my way to the workhouse today. And always lock and close your gate. It doesn't always matter. We have security cameras. We have a sign. We have it posted for no trespassing. But I will tell you, on a regular basis, people still stop by. I'm surprised at how often I get here and there's a note on my door instead of somebody leaving a note on the gate. Now myself, I have a hard time if I am going someplace and there's a no trespassing sign. It means everybody. So you've seen my videos about all that. I'm not going to get on a huge rant about that. But I've got our lunch made for the day so that we can have proper food instead of eating fast food on the way there. There's days that we just have to stop and pick up something. Yesterday we stopped at the grocery store and picked up some food from the deli that was all pre-made, and you know, your stomachs pay for it later on. Always. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and remember to hit the like button. If you like these types of farm blogs and just in general what's going on, let me know. I know I don't do a lot of them. I've had a request to strap on the GoPro and show you my farm chores for the day. And, you know, to me, that's fun to watch sometimes too. So, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.